Hi and welcome to Steve's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making those delicious Tim Tam biscuits that I promised you. We've got our biscuits made, so now all we have to do is construct the Tim Tam, put it together. Now first we're going to make the soft cream that goes in the centre of the Tim Tams, and for that we're going to need half a cup of chocolate, milk chocolate, to 1/4 of a cup of cream. Now put that into a microwave proof bowl and just pop the cream in there, and we're going to heat that for approximately 45 seconds to a minute. First of all though, I just want you to shake the bowl and coat all the chocolate in the cream, and then that goes into the microwave. So now that's been in the microwave for 45 seconds, and I'm just going to leave that there for a minute now, just to allow the cream to melt the chocolate down. Okay, so I've allowed that now just to sit for a minute, and I'm just going to use a spatula to stir the chocolate and the cream together. You see straight away that the colour starts to, the chocolate colour comes through. We've got a lovely creamy chocolate. Now I'm just going to heat that in the microwave for a further 20 seconds and then leave it to settle again. So that's another 20 seconds, leave that again to cool down, and we'll give it a stir and then set this aside to completely cool down. It'll become quite thick. Now once your chocolate cream is cooled down, you can put that in the fridge to cool to something that resembles soft butter. It's ready to start using. I've paired up the cookies top and bottom. Now if you don't know how to make the gluten-free cookies, I'll put a little link here and you can go and watch that video, or maybe you've purchased gluten-free cookies, whatever you decide to do. So we're just going to take a healthy dollop of our chocolate cream and sort of experiment with the thickness. Just going to lay it down in the middle there and then seal them together and just squeeze gently, and you can just use the edge of your finger if you like, just to run the edges nice and smooth. And there is our Tim Tam biscuit ready to be chocolate coated. So there are chocolate filled Tim Tams, and they'll go into the fridge now just to cool down while I prepare the chocolate coating. So the next stage is we need that solid chocolate to actually coat the biscuits over, the Tim Tams. And you can either just take your chocolate and melt it in the microwave, but you may not get the tempering right. And tempering means that you make the chocolate so it's nice and smooth and glossy, and also it's easy to handle. It won't melt so quickly in your hand. So I'm going to show you the more complicated method. It isn't that complicated, guys, so try this one. And we're going to melt this over a pan, a very shallow filled pan of water. So the bowl, when it sits in like that, will not actually be in the water, but the steam will be melting the chocolate down. So I've got 300 grams of chocolate here, which I'm going to melt, but I'm going to take 100 grams out. So I'm taking 1/3 of the chocolate out because we're saving this until after the chocolate's completely melted to temper the chocolate. That means to bring the temperature back down of the chocolate and stabilize the milk solids. So we want to bring our water up to a simmer. We're not going to have this boiling aggressively, and we're just going to keep this bowl on top and let the chocolate melt down. So our chocolate is completely melted, and now we have to bring the temperature back down to sort of realign the milk solids in there. So we're going to be taking off the heat, adding in our 100 grams and letting it melt as we mix it in and bring the temperature back down to get a glossy finish to the chocolate. So we're tempering the chocolate. So here we are, I'm adding the chocolate, the extra 1/3 in, and I'm just going to continually mix that through until all the chocolate has melted and the core temperature of the chocolate's come down to a point where it's been nicely tempered. Now you'll notice that I'm also using a metal palette knife. It's not essential, but it does help reduce the temperature of the chocolate, and you can start to see now a nice shine coming back into the chocolate. So here's where it becomes really just a method of trial and error. For me, I'm going to be using the chocolate. I'm going to take one Tim Tam and I'm going to dip it in to the chocolate just so that one side gets covered. And then I'm just going to let that chocolate run off the biscuit until most of it is off, and then take that biscuit and lay it down chocolate side up on the baking tray, just to allow that chocolate to set. If I work through all those, that'll give me one side completely coated. So I've been experimenting with coating these so that you don't have to. I've tried doing the sides first and then the bottom, and then the bottom first and then the sides, and I reckon sides first. So what we're going to do is take our Tim Tam now, and we're just going to dip the sides in. We're going to go round. I need to put that down really. So we do all 4 sides. And then we take that biscuit and lay it down chocolate side down, and then the last side to be coated will be this top uncovered side. Now I meant to mention also, I've put the chocolate on the warm water now. It's not boiling any longer, but it just keeps the chocolate from going solid too quickly. So the last stage, we've got our Tim Tam virtually completely coated, just one side left, and we're just going to do like we did with the first one. We're just going to dip that one side, and we're just going to let it drip off, and then lay it down ready to cool on the baking sheet. So there is my packet of gluten-free chocolate-coated Tim Tams. I mean, don't they look pretty real. Actually, one of those is a real Tim Tam and the rest are all mine. Here they are completed. This is one of the gluten-free Tim Tams. See, the only original Tim Tam is that one, and you can barely tell the difference. So this is a great idea if you've got gluten-free friends, or you want to make something for a gluten-free friend as a present. Get them make these. They'll absolutely love you for it. So let me just try one of these and show you inside. They taste absolutely perfect. We've already been eating them here, but look at that. It's a perfect Tim Tam. So thanks for watching. It's been a great experiment, lots of fun. Gluten-free Tim Tams, taste wonderful. Take care. Please subscribe again, stay in touch. Lots of new videos coming up over the next week and months. Thank you. Be good until next time. Hi and welcome to Steve's Kitchen. Today we're going to be looking at a gluten-free biscuit. Now this is part of a project I've been working on to make the perfect gluten-free Tim Tam, and on the path I've discovered certain things about gluten-free biscuits that are quite fascinating, so I'm doing this separate video just to show the process of making the biscuit. The Tim Tam will be later, so subscribe to the channel if you want to see that, and subscribe anyway, I'd love to have you along. One of the things I found really amazing is that